Hello, everyone. This is PHTV4. I'm Sue Jankowski, and today we're here with Jill from the Skin Trust right here in Palos Heights. We're lucky enough to have Jill come in periodically and give us a lowdown on skincare and what we should do and new products that come out. And today we have some really interesting topics for you to learn about. I'm excited about it too because I don't know about these things in particular. Jill, thanks for coming in today.
My pleasure to be here.
It's always great to hear, especially seasonal change. Now we're kind of in the midst of summer, and we know you've taught us that we need to protect our skin. We do know that. Hopefully everyone's doing that. And staying, especially in the super hot summer, you want to really protect yourself that way.
You do.
Yeah. But today we also have some other things we're going to talk about. One is red light therapy. Now, I was just telling Jill, I have heard a little bit of maybe commercials on TV. I'm not sure where I've heard. Yeah. But I'm so interested because a lot of things seem real gimmicky, so you don't know, is it a real thing or not a real thing?
Absolutely.
So maybe you could explain, what is red light therapy exactly?
Happy to explain. It's the one question over the last 6 months that I've gotten most frequently from my clients. What is red light therapy will work for me? And red light therapy, it's very interesting. It's been around since the 1960s. And it's been used in aesthetics, been used in dermatology, in wellness and sports medicine. And what it actually is are specific lights that produce cellular energy. And the technical name of it is photobiomodulation, BPM. We're dealing with the acronyms today.
Yeah, it's really BPM.
But not that you need to know that. But it really is specific light energy that stimulates our cells to work better. And I really dislike saying this, but I have to say it. As we age, and we know, oh my gosh, how many things are impacted as we age. But it is true. The cells in your skin do not work as effectively and efficiently as they once did. So the red light will actually stimulate activity at the cellular level that helps to stimulate collagen and elastin, helps to control inflammation, helps to heal tissue. It helps to improve circulation. That's what it will do.
Okay. So this red light therapy actually does do that.
It does do that if you buy the right device with the right light in it. And, when we're talking about devices, we're really talking about the home devices because that's what people are interested in, is what can I use? And you should want a home device because of the frequency in which you need to use it. But what you want is red light and near infrared light. Those are the only two lights that you need in a product. Now, a lot of those red light devices will also have amber. And amber's okay, but it's really not going to do anything for you. And then just like skincare on the market, there's all kinds of different devices out there, good and bad. You don't need the rainbow of colors. You don't need, green and white. Blue is used specifically for acne and rosacea. But what you want for the things that I said, collagen rebuilding, tissue repair, controlling of inflammation, you want red and near red infrared. Near infrared. Red and near infrared rays is what you want.
Okay, so when you're looking for the product, you want it to say those two things.
Yes, at specific wavelengths. So what you want is you want 633 nanometers of red, and you want 830 nanometers of near infrared. And that's very important to know because if it's nothing else or if they choose not to tell you, then I would move on to select another product.
Where would you find these products?
Oh, you find them online.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can find them online. You can just, Google red light therapy. A number of them will pop up. You can get them almost anywhere. But there are organizations that are better than others, and you'll see that as you go through it. I mean, when I was doing my research, there's a lot of different things out there. And it's not only the wavelength and the type of light that's in it, it's also how the device is shaped. Like many of them have masks. And I've had several clients say that the mask is uncomfortable. And if it's uncomfortable, then you're not going to use it.
Right.
And you're going to be like, I don't want to. And I also have read that that's not uniform in terms of the energy getting to all places of your skin. What I recommend people to do is get a device that's like a half circle. And so you lay down and you just place that over your head. There's space in between your head and the light. And then you just let it, and the lights go all the way around you. And then you use it that way. And the beautiful part of that device is you could also use it on an elbow if your elbow was sore. You could use it on a knee if you had some inflammation in your knee. So you could use it on other body parts too, which red light therapy is used.
Oh, is that right? So it's not just, well, is it doing the same thing? I mean,
it's going to stimulate circulation. It's going to control inflammation. It's going to help heal. It's used in sports medicine.
Oh, it is?
And they will use it if there's an injury.
Okay.
So the red light therapy is used for that. We use it for the anti-aging benefits.
Well, what about if you had like a knee injury or something? Would you put it on your knee?
Depending upon what the injury is.
Okay.
Yes, but if you had inflammation associated with it, yes.
Yes, you could.
I have a little bit of a shoulder issue, and I place it on my shoulder. And my therapist said, oh, yes, go ahead and use it, because I have a home device, and I use it on my shoulder. And they say, it's very soothing.
It is.
It
Interesting. Well, how long? Okay, so you're laying there and you're putting this on your face, and you're doing it to, what's going to happen to your skin, I guess, after?
You're just going to have a warm sensation. Nothing's really gonna. You're not gonna be red. You have no downtime associated with it. You'll just have a warm sensation from it. It's quite therapeutic in its own way too.
Okay. Well then, so you leave it on for how long would you leave this?
I would follow the manufacturer instructions.
Okay.
Usually it's about 10 minutes, but follow your manufacturer instructions on that.
And what are the results of this then? I know you can do inflammation, okay, but this isn't inflammation, right?
No, we're controlling. The other part that I said is that we're remodeling our collagen and elastin because our cells don't work as effectively as they once did. You want to stimulate the ability, so the energy will go through the epidermis down into the dermis to stimulate the cellular activity there. We start to lose collagen in our 30s. We lose about 1% a year, so we can do the math on that. Yeah. And then that's the aging process. Then put lifestyle on top of that. Sun exposure, UV radiation is very damaging. That accelerates all that. Hormonal changes as we go through perimenopause, we go through menopause, that accelerates that. So that 1% becomes greater. So what I suggest is that people in their 40s start to use this. And it's never too late. Like if you're in your 40s, 50s, or 70s, it is never too late to start. And try it and use it. But what it will do is it stimulate collagen, and then what that does is it decreases your fine lines. It adds firmness to your skin. It helps slow down the aging issues that we see on our skin. Okay. So there's two things. If you use it for several weeks or a few months, you probably will see some improvement. But also, you will see less things come out on your skin, like wrinkles and sagginess, because we're slowing that whole aging process down, is what we're doing with it.
Oh, that sounds like, a little miraculous.
It's not miraculous. It's not like you have to consistently use it. And I tell people it's like microcurrent, which is another really good form of energy to use on your skin to stimulate cellular activity. If you're not going to use it regularly and consistently, don't do it. Don't invest in it.
Okay.
You have to do it. It's like working out. You can't go work out once or twice and get the desired results that you may want, whatever those are. You can't do it. All this is about consistency, and it's about consistency in adding red light therapy to a good home care program and professional treatments and healthy lifestyle.
Okay, so it's another way to get the results that you want to get.
And it's a tool in our tool chest to use to get the results that you want, and really just to feel good, to look good as we go through this aging process. It's not perfection. And, it's not going to be remarkable, but it is going to be an improvement, and it can help keep your skin in great shape. So, but you have to use it, and you have to use it with your skincare regimen, which you should be using consistently too, and doing consistently for your skin.
So the results are, it's like taking care of your skin in general. You have to keep doing it.
Yes, you have to keep doing it.
And make it, for most people, are they using it daily, weekly? Every other day? I mean, what's typical?
I would say the typical is when you first start using a device, you probably use it 5 days a week. And then after 6 to 8 weeks, you can go down to 2 or 3 times a week. So there is a point where you can diminish the amount of time you have to do it, but you still have to be consistent with doing it.
Okay. So it's a thing that you've used, and it seems to on your shoulder or whatever, it's helping you, and you feel like the results are good. Is this like, are there various prices? Like the higher the price, the better the equipment?
No. Look for those things that we talked about, the 2 different types of red light, the nanometers that you want in them. Those are the most important things.
Okay.
And then you go from there in terms of, there's all variation in prices. There's all variation, as I said, the mass to the half circles. But if you look for those things, the other thing I would look for is make sure that it's been FDA cleared, not approved, but cleared. And make sure that there's also other performance safety issues that are associated with it in terms of organizations really kind of giving them their approval on it.
Okay. So, be discretionary. Like
Yes.
look and read before you go
Yeah.
jumping in. Is this like affordable? Is it like a higher priced item?
I would say you're probably looking at about $500 to make that investment, but it's going to last you for years.
Yeah.
And any of these home devices, they range. I would plan to spend about $500. If it's cheaper than that, it may not be the device that you want, and it's not that price is equivalent to quality on this, but in some cases it is. And you can probably even go a little bit higher on them. But, I don't think you would go over maybe $1,200. But when you think about something that you can use for years and you use it at the consistency that's required, then that's a good thing.
It is, and I like the fact that you're using it for an alternate usage too, which that makes it kind of nice too.
It does, because we have our aches and pains.
Well, we do. It's another fun part of aging.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And some of these things we will just leave as a surprise for those of us who haven't gotten older. Okay, well, that sounds really great, and it's something that people should explore. I've seen the ads for it, and I've always wondered, does that work? And it does, if you do it right, and you don't estimate what the expectations are.
Yes, and you have very realistic expectations with it, and it's not a miracle. One treatment's not going to all of a sudden change everything in your life.
The facelift just isn't going to happen like that.
It's not going to happen like that. And, was the question that I got. People kept asking me, and I said, I need to do my research. I need to do it. And so I finally did it. And we have a blog out on our website with even more details on it. But, and I go to Google Scholar, I go to various sources. I don't just look at the internet information, but I go and get scientific papers and really look at it to make sure that it is really what they say. But here's one caution too. Anyone that is taking medication that's photosensitive, anyone that has a medical condition that is photosensitive, lupus is one of those conditions, or if you have eye sensitivity, do not use a device. And if you're concerned you have a medical condition but you don't know, be sure to talk to your doctor.
Yeah, always wise.
Yes,
yeah, before you start this, because this is an invasive kind of thing, in a way.
And it's energy going in, and you just want to make sure that it's energy going to be used in the right way. So I do want to put those cautions out there to have people be if you have those conditions.
Okay,
make sure.
Sounds good. I like learning about that. The other thing we're going to talk about today, and I'm not even going to say the word, I'm going to say BEMT.
You're going to make me say it.
I'm going to make her say it because it's a little complicated.
It's a little tongue twister.
It is, yeah. What is BEMT?
Phenotriazinone. It is a new sunscreen ingredient that we have here in the country, and it was really just approved, I think, over the last 6 weeks here in the United States, but has been used in Asia and Europe for quite some time. And I think people are excited about it. Sunscreens are tricky. They're very tricky. They've gotten better. The FDA has approved sunscreens since 2013. It's the only skincare product that the FDA actually does approve. So it's very interesting that they do that, but it's good. And there's 2 different kinds of sunscreens. There's a chemical sunscreen, which absorbs the rays and dissipates them within your body so they don't damage. And then there's physical sunscreens that reflect the sun off. And then the physical sunscreens are zinc oxide, titanium dioxide. But what we don't like about either one of those is the feel, what they do to your skin.
Yeah.
And this one is supposed to, the BEMT, is supposed to be more elegant in terms of feel. It's supposed to feel much better on your skin. It has a higher molecular weight, so it's not going to absorb into your skin as much as some of the current chemical products that are on the market. So that's really good too. I hesitate to say this because you always need to reapply your sunscreen, but it might last a little bit longer on your skin too. Okay. But you still have to reapply. So that's why people are very excited about it. And I think it's really, and it also is supposed to be less irritating to the skin. Some people can get very irritated with sunscreens. I mean, they've come a long way, but there's still work to be done on them. So I think this is a big step in terms of where we are with the sunscreens. But like with any sunscreen, you have to use it every day, even if it's cloudy. 80% of the rays come through clouds. And I just say to people, don't think about the weather and don't think about the season. It should just be a normal part of your skincare regimen.
You know, it's hard though. You know, you're like, summer, sun is going to hit me. And then you're like, winter, no sun. But it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work. Just do it. Yeah. And you would be very pleased you do it. And sunscreen should be used on all skin colors. All skin colors should have sun protection.
Skin. It's going to burn.
Skin is skin, and it's going to burn. And what they do say is that if you were to take a little shot glass of sunscreen, that would be enough for your whole body, with taking a teaspoon of that and using it on your face and your neck.
Oh, quite a bit then.
It's quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I think
based on your whole body.
And as we talked about, reapply every 2 hours, and that's where we I know that's really hard for people.
It is. You kind of forget about it. I put my sunscreen on, I'm done, you know.
I know.
But okay, so now it took us 20 years to approve this in our country. Was there a reason for that you know of?
I think you'd have to speak to the FDA about that.
I'm going to call them up.
They do not give us reasons.
No. I'm just curious if everybody else had it and this works better. And it's less absorption into our own body system. It seems like a good thing.
I think it's a good thing.
Is it going to be easier for us to find on the shelves right now?
It'll depend upon the manufacturers now.
Okay.
I don't think you'll find it quite yet because it was just approved. So it's got to get put into the process and manufactured and come out. But it's something to look for, and it's something to, I think, be excited about, because sunscreens are just, we're kind of like not our favorite product.
No. You know, I was looking at sunscreens at like a department store makeup area. And normally I buy a sunscreen, with the local pharmacy, whatever's there. And I try and make good choices, but who knows? But these sunscreens were probably 4 or 5 times more expensive than the pharmacy sunscreens. And I didn't have time to really dwell into it, but I wondered, why would they be so much more expensive? And I thought, well, maybe they have this new ingredient in them, but
probably not quite yet. And why are they more expensive? It depends upon how they're manufactured, the kinds of ingredients that are being used in them. The products that are mass produced are less expensive.
Yes.
But they don't always have high quality ingredients in them. They have ingredients in them. They have sunscreens in them, but not the high-quality sunscreens. Okay. Nor do they have other ingredients in them to help. Like, there's some sunscreens out there that not only do they protect your sun, they can help reduce the damage of your cells. They can help repair cells. It's very interesting. They've gotten very sophisticated. They can have other ingredients like antioxidants included in them. They can have like a hyaluronic acid included in them. So it just depends. Your less expensive products will not have that. They will not have that technology in them.
Okay, so there's probably a good reason why.
There's a difference most likely.
This one's $40 and this one's $10.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And there really is in skincare, because it's interesting. And I know that just from the lines that I use. I mean, I use lines that I know how they source their ingredients, they're manufactured, they have quality manufacturing processes. I know what's in it. And it might be a little bit more expensive than over the counter, but I know what's in it. And I know what it's going to do for you. And it doesn't have, it doesn't have, say, preservatives or other things in it that might be irritating to your skin. So there's a big difference in products.
Yeah,
and there's a reason usually.
I didn't know if it was just like the label, and the fancy, container, or was it like something beneficial?
There might be a couple of those out there. I can't guarantee that there's not, because there are products out there that they do a whole lot of marketing and they have very pretty packaging.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that. You know, so you don't. I guess you have to do your homework.
Yeah, do homework.
Yeah,
yeah. Obviously, they've been proven to be safe. They've been through the FDA. And I would just like to say this, too. There's a lot of chatter out. Well, first off, I like to say sunscreen is your number one anti-aging product. Because if you can control the sun going into your skin, it really will help your skin age much better. And also, you don't want to get skin cancer. And sunscreens really reduce melanoma, which is the worst kind of skin cancer, by over 50%.
Oh, that's a lot.
And they can reduce basal and squamous by over 40%, so that's good. There's a lot of chatter online right now, though, about sunscreens and different groups that are saying, oh, sunscreen shouldn't be used because of the chemicals, this, that. And I just want the audience to know there is no scientific research behind that.
Okay.
There's none. The scientists would still stand behind using a sunscreen because of the impact it has towards reducing cancer.
And that's really your number one reason to put that.
It is. And more and more people are getting, if they haven't been using sunscreen and they've been exposed, because I can see it in my own practice, they're getting melanoma.
Yeah, I'm noticing that people, or the basal cell.
And the basal and squamous,
yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jill, for coming in today. And I just thought this was so interesting to hear about the red light therapy. And of course, I'm glad that we have a new sunscreen that maybe works a little bit better for us now, too. Thanks for all your wisdom and your knowledge and your research.
It's always fun to be here.
Yeah.
You're very welcome.
We'll see you another, when the seasons change, Jill will be back again and get us through the fall and winter.
Thank you,
let's call it a day right now. And thank you for watching us. And we'll see you next time when we talk about skincare. Thank you. Bye.